As Boaster maybe sent reeling on 50. Looks relatively simplistic towards the B site for now, but you can see them hesitating for a moment. They're actually going to pull away from this. The counter utility enough to dissuade FNATIC and hold them at bay.
This pistol round still extremely tense between these two teams as well. Going to jump in to take over things from Mike. But Lauren, this matters so much for them.
Yeah.
Both of these teams have been sustained by their pistol round wins and the momentum they can get off the back of that. And there's only 40 seconds left, waiting to get back up to the recon and the stun.
And look at the HP. Boaster 50, 47 Derke, 38 Chronicle. Alpha and Leo, yes, a little better off, but now seeing all that intention here. Utility invested, the clock is running severely low, 24 seconds. Loud are already on the site, they're ready for this. What is happening? FNATIC are going to find the first, taking down tuyz, but where is that spike? Finally going to be put on the site here, but I'm nervous about this one. This looks so deadly. Loud going to be instantly back into it. Derke and Chronicle fall. It's on the back three now. One's still on the site, still trying to hold this close as Boaster dips away. saadhak dealt with, the trades come in, and it's all on Boaster again. Another 1v3 required. Here. Could catch Chronicle. I think he might just miss the timing. But works so well. Playing off the corner, great trade for Boaster.
He ran into the wall.
But there's still players here. Look at the amount of bodies on this site already. It's not just less. aspas very nearby, forced away towards CT. Leo trying to put the utility into play for Derke, but he's being checked on. He's being kept safe. And with 13 seconds, they're going to struggle for this plant. Maybe able to get it down here unless the swing comes in. Less 22 HP. He's still punishing Alpha. Big trade for Boaster. Boaster! He's got to go nuclear in this though. A 1v2. He's got the plant. And now he's got to find both of these healed up. They're taking no chances away. The timing on this could be incredible. The catch on the flash doesn't reveal everything, but it's given them an inkling. But he's got an angle. He's got a chance!
This is a massive clash.
Oh, Christ, Derke. Oh dear. FNATIC keeping themselves in this, though. That could have been deadly.
Massive potential there for that to go wrong. Les coming up behind, trying to fill the gap based on all of that information that FNATIC were fighting over here long.
I mean, Les does have a Vandal.
He's the only player that's really going to be a threat, and he's in the perfect position.
How long does he hold on this? I mean, he's got no reason to move, really. He's the last line of defense to the rest of the map.
This is one of the things that you get the best out of Les and Alpha, is that they're so happy to go for pushes like this.
Boaster seems aware, but he doesn't clear diligently enough. Caught off guard and Les rewarded. Quick trade. Derke back on track. B site looking like the end destination here. aspas and tuyz not likely to do much more.
Spike planted.
They're so far away from this too. It's not even like aspas and tuyz are in a position where they can get info on where FNATIC would be repositioning. And any damage to the economy is going to be fairly minor because FNATIC just love using these light armors at all times. We've seen them even not being affected too much by the bonus round wins.
Might get the drop on Derke here. It does.
aspas looks sharp, doesn't he?
Give him a Guardian.
The flick in the previous round onto Boaster and then that as well.
I mean, tuyz could have a little loading crack up. Wait.
Hello?
Alpha!
No way!
Oh my god, wait, Chronicle got tuyz! That's ridiculous. Challenge off the rip. Well, it's aspas. He certainly does! Derke dead. Tip of the spear blunt. And now they get full control. 5v4. Do FNATIC continue on this path?
They are so committed. 4 players deep down A long.
Follow up here. aspas. Gonna be sticking around. They don't expect it. How does he get away with this so often? Finally checked by Chronicle. The spike plant a little more contested than they'd like. Feeling like they want to brawl. The bomb flash is gorgeous. Loud. They could bank upon for a very diligent retake here, but FNATIC still needs to step towards it. Still needs to get on towards the site itself. And yes, finally following up through towards Garage, and saadhak's lucky to be alive.
Everyone from Loud is here though, ready to play the retake. FNATIC have got C, sure. Plant's gonna go down. But tuyz has its high time to ready, to get back in here. They still have to fight for a life as saadhak escape. They have lockdown, they have reckoning, they're a huge ult.
Counter, trying to work off this one.
They hit Derke.
He can't now springboard off the back, that could have been everything. Alpha trying to fill that void, but still they need the plant. offset the timing a little bit, but they still have a massive fight for that lockdown. Do they completely fall away? The divide can go up as well. This is a bit of everything in it, and Alpha's been overwhelmed, gone down to tuyz, bulldozering his way forward, and Leo's got to run. Try and get out of here in time, and they've been forced away towards long.
The utility's not amazing either. Look at how deep that high tide is. Separates Chronicle from all the rest.
Oh, he couldn't quite get it to halfway. Denied by Leo. Back to business. You're going to have this all being poured through. FNATIC forced to invest everything, and they're holding on. Aspas, the last line in this. The last one to try and do some damage, and FNATIC are toying with him. Surely there's no more. Surely tuyz can't draw the attention away. He can't. Aspas wants to keep the operator, wants to get out of there. And FNATIC, I mean, skin of their teeth. He's got Aspas on towards B, but it's a three-play stack towards A, and Leo's won them the fight. Off the support system of the spam coming out from Alpha, but C is on a platter once again. They found something that's working. Now, obviously, they don't know that. They still have to do all the diligent checks on the way in here, but the plant should be inevitable, but this gives Loud time to hit that rotation button.
They don't have the high tide up yet from tuyz, so that's going to stall out Loud for just a moment, especially with the nanoswarms.
Comes in. Derke deciding to stick around. Oh dear. Deciding to stick around for how long? He's being checked on. cauanzin's taken him down. Let's give him the step towards the site. All players, I think for a second there, Alpha considering maybe splitting through middle, are towards long. They need to get going on this one though. They need to get it towards halfway. If Loud on an opportunity, but maybe just a shot in the dark's gonna work. Chronicle is slightly further ahead. Boaster on the trade. Code goes up. This has to be it. This has to be essential. Aspas trying to defend, but he's losing out on bodies. Teammates are falling like flies, and FNATIC, even with their backs to the wall, are desperately trying to hold this. And they might just have it. I don't know how close this is gonna be. Oh! All of FNATIC are here. But can they make it work this time? Oh, the slow trip back. Aspas criminal to get away with it. FNATIC, there's no safety on this site. They have very little to work with. Finally, they at least have hell and backside. But it's the first time in a while, and it's not their own site at all. There's 3 players in sewer.
These Loud players are going to be difficult to root out, and Boaster is the first one to try. He must know that there's a chance there's a couple of players down there.
Well, he succeeded on the first, but the trade comes out. They've got to now know Aspas is here and cauanzin. That's a big picture to be painting. The Viper pick going to go through. Let's get a clear Chronicle, and now it's getting dicey. Derke and Leo, the last 2 alive. They've got to work in perfect unison. Leo with 1, a second, and now down to an all-even number as Derke started to do that damage. Aspas, the last one alive, in a 1v1 up against Leo. The guy who can be ice cold. The king himself, Leo, can he buy the time? It looks like he has. Aspas has to relinquish, to walk away.
FNATIC on their A attack, deciding to leave short.
That's a very different position for saadhak, and well, Alpha's already been what?
I don't know.
This is just straight blind spam, right? Zero chance he saw anything.
On the other side, saadhak definitely saw something there. Dead to rights.
Oh, it's beautiful.
I mean, imagine going from FNATIC, having that read 2 rounds in a row to be able to pick up less and then go for an A-site hit, and then this is just a flawless.
So, for Loud, do they put together the full picture here? Derke, not able to close that gap though. Actually, full site control this time, gained by FNATIC.
Yeah, Derke disrespected that saadhak Viper Orb and went through it, taking the decay, but clearing out from both sides. Loud did not fight, instead playing for the full retake.
Where the hell is that Monster coming from? Down on long. I don't think it's quite got what he wanted here. cauanzin tagged up a little, but it's tuyz to find Chronicle. Derke, this is a lot to ask. They're investing, the odds are investing a great deal on this. The lockdown going to be coming in as well. This is going to get chaotic on the side. Who keeps their cool? It's cauanzin taking down Boaster, but the response coming in. Diffuse is still going. Nothing is stopping this. They're going to send it.
Unreal scenes.
Position to avoid being detected, but does he hear Derke? Oh, it doesn't matter! He still claims a life! Alpha is dead and buried, and now there's problems. He's still going. FNATIC are held at the door here. How the hell are you meant to get in? I guess that's how. Try and shut them down, try and push them back, and respectably, they slip back towards CT.
Aspas with the Blade Storm is still going to be really useful on this retake. He's not hampered at all by the operator. There's only 2 players really committed in nice post-plant positions from FNATIC. It's just Derke and Chronicle forwards.
There we go. Retake. about to get started. Aspas, first couple of steps forward. Boaster, Derke, looking to try and work in unison. Doesn't get isolated, but does get traded. tuyz there on the hard carrying work towards the site, trying to take all that space away. Chronicle already noted as well. I mean, tuyz seemed a little lost in that then, as Chronicle gets away with his life further, finally dealt with by less, pushed deeper away. Leo now having to come online, trying to get involved in this, and now down to just Boaster. And I say just, it's the 2 IGLs again! And saadhak, he got it to half, and he gets the defuse!
Such extraordinary levels.
Chance to make up for it. A pixel spotted, but he escapes with his life. Derke just can't close down on these kills. He's struggling. A judge in the back pocket may not be ideal here. And aspas waiting, so much invested. Leo's the one to claim one. The trade comes out, and the spike is trying to evacuate, trying to run away. But tuyz punishes them in the back as they try and fall down long. They're scrambling.
FNATIC are going to try and make a mid-round pivot here. They've been going so heavily, 5 players in one spot the last 4 rounds in a row. They never have a plan B. There is never anyone on the lurk to be able to give them options or even info elsewhere. So this scramble is just that. But there's no drone, there's no recon, there's no way of clearing out these positions if there was a threat.
They're working in so blind. They have no idea where Les is. They haven't seen him. They're still having to be so careful clearing everything. And now they're walking into a site that's already been defended by cauanzin. He's seen enough. Calls for support, he gets it. They're ahead of it. They have to play ahead of this utility. They need something on their side, be it the time, be it anything. And now we go into a post plant.
Look at Les, tucked in on spawn, using his ult to clear out the whole of B. They need to watch for a garage repush here, but the rest of Loud should have their opportunities to get in. The high tide used quite early, though, so FNATIC will still have chances to spam, and aspas catches that garage repush I was talking about.
Derke is struggling here as a FNATIC. 4 rounds might be all they're going to get. Unless Leo is the one to activate. It's all on him now in a 1v2. Oh, he's been put in the corner. He's been put down.
This wall is going to apply so much pressure, and Derke is going to look to try and fight behind it. Oh, how does he get one and escape?
It's a sparse one that he's claimed. He hasn't been exactly hitting here. But hey, if that's how you started off, if that's the turn of the half, you take him. The less fancies it back.
Loud look cautious on the way in through B. They need to break alarm bot here as well before FNATIC will bite and realize that this is actually coming towards the C site.
Well, as much as we noted Derke having a quiet one, as was Alpha. His site now being overtaken, not much to really do. They will give themselves the plant, and they give themselves a fair shout at this post plant. saadhak getting aggressive on this, trying to build off the back of cauanzin's damage, but he couldn't quite close down on Chronicle. So FNATIC stay standing with 4 across to the sub. Okay, it was Alpha to land that I thought somehow Les might, but that one does land. As now it's a 1v3, and Les has been good, but I don't think he's been this good. Half defuse achieved, 29 HP, over towards it on that long road back here, but keep in mind it is Loud and they look pretty lethal. And no real messing around the pace here. They want eyes set towards C. Be Boaster and Alpha. They get a plant here, Loud. That's why it gets dropped, and Alpha's farming. The Eco Cobra doing very well for himself, but hold up a second. Bit of damage back, but fully committed, steps towards the site just yet, very patient. And I don't think he saw saadhak there. Maybe still aware, yeah, still a jump spot, but almost got caught out there. Leo needs to be very careful with this. 40 seconds.
Wow.
This is now going to get dicey. Can Loud close the gap, or they're finding no early chances.
They're leaving, and Alfajer has not taken the bait at all.
30 seconds left.
Oh, there's indecision within the Loud camp. saadhak called for some kind of rotate, but it looks like it might have been an audio bait. The sound bait has just left the site completely open. FNATIC got it, hook, line, and sinker.
Wow, this is dreamy. They were never meant to get this.
Just footsteps of them running away, and the whole of FNATIC rotated off A. They were so convinced that was going to be a late round rotate, as was I.
I think we all were. And they made it work, but can they hold on now? It's retake time. Gove's going to go in, all the utility being poured through towards CT to stall out. Keep FNATIC at arm's length, and aspas is breaking their back! 3
mile away.
That should be big info. start ringing the alarm bells. Loud are in. Aspas taking those steps, but Derke trying to survive down here. Trying to keep some space for himself, but he's been called back towards site. And now look at Les, closing the gap. That's all aware. Aspas with the punish. And once again, perfection from Loud on the site take. Plant's going to come through. Can they hold against the retake from FNATIC?
They don't have a jet to try and break these crosshairs. And once saadhak is positioned on the site, things become almost impossible. You are trying to push through the orb decay, the snake bites, that create jet on short, and he's dead.
And look at what they do. Look at what he's got to work against. He doesn't get the freedom. Oh, but he still gets the shot. Finds Sam
in top garage window. That allowed them to maintain that the whole time.
Derke flashed off the angle. It's Leo now who's a little isolated, slowed down. He goes back for more. That shot didn't hit. And Loud get a second lease of life. Leo can't handle aspas. And the front of the site's his. Chronicle in support though. Back and forth, leaving just 3 standing, but maybe that could be enough. That 3 is willing and ready to battle. Plant's gonna come in, and Derke rescinds further back.
Alpha's on the flank. He's just put his turret down as well. He's using lockdown instead of going for a sneaky backstab, drawing all eyes to himself.
But again, Derke's got an operator.
He's missed!
No! Devastating miss on that one. And now down to the 2v2. Derke is on 18 HP. And he needs to deliver here for FNATIC. He finds one, and Les punishes Boaster. And Les is now in the 1v1 for himself. He's just buying time. He's making it hurt. But he's drifting in the open like this. Knives out. Seekers in. This looks like they want to go off this one. No hesitation. Derke still standing. The Iceman's starting to activate. The mental reset. But Leo's only good for 1. I thought he caught that for a second. saadhak gets a second go of things. And Derke on the switch up here. They're already going to be pushed up on long. Derke, you can't stick around on this, surely.
Committed to the operator there as well. He does still have Bladestorm to try and work with. But once Loud get into these positions, once that Viper Orb goes down, it is so tough for FNATIC to have any chance of retaking even in a 4v3. They're going to have to commit super heavily on this flank. Boaster and Alfajer putting the pressure on saadhak.
Okay. You're going to check this, right, FNATIC? You absolutely don't, so Boaster's dead. Oh! Didn't expect the second layer to that. But it's still 2 on the side. tuyz and cauanzin spotting out towards Chronicle. Tries to slip away with the punish on the back. Wait, the swing. cauanzin didn't fully get around the corner. And Derke is coming alive. tuyz! Oh my God, tuyz! What a clutch! What a way to push!
So many moments, so many ways in which that could have gone differently. And yet tuyz just gets these players delivered into his crosshair one by one. That's another backbreaker for FNATIC. Another absolute backbreaker.
Minis on the timeout. Instant. Oh. What a life. Pressure. Going to be towards the B site as well. That's in no hurry.
That's such a great high tide for being able to cut off the player that, you know, is in Leo's position right now, trying to get info at the front of B. You combine that with the Viper Wall, and you can't see anything on defense.
And here are those ults that they had in the back pocket that they get to depend upon. Thoroughly enjoy as they take away another potential round here. FNATIC gonna have to pull off the retake, and it starts with that. Aspas draws blood, takes away Boaster. Again, they're working with a lot less here. Stingers, Guardians, it ain't pretty stuff. Aspas just farming up here, making it hurt. Derke does get one back, but he's going to need more! And maybe he's going to get more. Time, though. He's running low, and I'm pretty sure... A second away. But he goes back, but the space has been filled. Aspas betters him again, as Chronicle and Leo are left to watch, as it's going to surely be 12. Aspas is coming alive here.
He's got a chance to go for the ace, but they don't know where Leo exactly is. tuyz going to show his back to him. But that's a sorry consolation prize. Oh, the way from knocking them out. In a sorry 4th place.
Boaster, first one under pressure. Aspas towards the site, and Boaster looks dead. He absolutely is. cauanzin's got him, but Chronicle trying to hold on. saadhak on the trade. It's down to 3 now. Derke, Alpha, and Leo. There's that Viper's Pit, and look at the space it's going to take away. Derke trying to close up, but cauanzin's read it, and the pop flash towards CT. As Alpha and Leo have a 2v3 to try and navigate here. cauanzin closing out as it's all on Leo. As FNATIC face elimination. Less waiting, and he's got him! It's been 173 days!
Of their own. We talk a lot about FNATIC because they were the first team ever to go back-to-back with Masters and Lock-In. But they're going to go home loud on the other side. Have made 3 grand finals across 5 events and are looking to try and make that